Due to continued exposure and having some visits, I got a chance to know that beekeeping is not all that much aggressive, but it's a yielding project whereby when you produce honey, even from honey you can just remove letter H, you add M, that's money. Because when I was still in primary 7, I had a friend of mine, the grandfather had bees. But that friend of mine used to tell me about bees. As I tell the guy that, you man, you know what? Those bees, they are not friendly. But the man kept emphasizing on me that, you man, practice beekeeping. It's a really an enjoyable project. I said, okay, you'll try. Now the guy told me I will be guiding you, giving you some techniques on how to do those beekeeping practices like making beehives, how to take the hives in the catching sites. Then with time, the guy taught me how to do those things. Then I had, due to the heart he used to put in me, like beekeeping is friendly, yielding much, so I decided also to make those beehives. And by good luck, when I took my 3 hives that I had made, the 3 hives got colonized within 2 weeks. Then I had to become very happy. So for that reason, I ended up keeping on adding more efforts. Then there was like a challenge because I was taught how to make beehives and take them to the catching sites for luring bees. But with time, since I never had knowledge about the timing and the seasoning, I couldn't get much honey. But I used to befriend those guys who have bees. I ask them some questions, they help me. So I ended up getting skills on how to season. And my first harvest was somehow good. Then with time I kept on increasing on the number of beehives. Previously, before I had known anything about bees, I used to take beekeeping as a very dangerous project because those bees, they could sting some young ones. Like you may go in a small forest, you find someone has tied there his like goats, and when those bees they get aggressive, they tend to react aggressively. So by that reason, you find that someone has lost his properties like young ones and even some animals. So I could take beekeeping as a very fearful project. Regarding my future prospects in beekeeping, like I have some objectives when I was starting to modernize my apiary that I had. Like in the future there, I want to modernize my apiary such that it looks so much better, in that even some visitors when they come, they can appreciate. Then I get more of the modern hives because in the previous I was using these local hives. So I want to modernize them more by fencing the whole apiary of mine such that I end up scaring those thieves. They don't get encroaching my apiary. Then another objective is about increasing my honey production such that maybe in the future there I can move from 112 kilograms. I find myself like I'm in 500 there, such that I can increase the production of honey within my sub-county. Like I had told you at first, before the training which I was given by CFYE, I was still in the school. So I used part of the money to pay my school fees, such that I can help my parents not have a burden of paying school fees for me because I have other little brothers of mine and sisters who also need some fees at school. So I used part of the money to enlarge on my rabbit project, because previously I had planned to make a two-floor rabbit hatch, but by that time I had only managed to construct the upper part. So I utilized part of the money to make that second floor for my rabbit project. By the time I joined the project, I had little knowledge about beekeeping, but due to continued exposure and visits by the training extensions, I gained some skills. I was taught how to organize my apiary in terms of fencing, maintenance. Even now, I have the skills to make modern beehives like KT beehives, or what you can call the Kenyan top bar hive, and the Langstroth hives. Because previously I used to have local hives, but now I'm taking a step ahead due to the skills that I attained, which helped me to make those modern hives. Furthermore, about the project, I was given KTB hives. Now some of them are in the catching sites and others have already got colonized.